So, do your friends suck? Are they trash? I don't know, friend. But if they are, you need to get rid of them. And I'm going to help you figure out who needs to go and who gets to stay. So, stay tuned. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Miss Jasmine Nicole on Instagram. And y'all, I really feel like y'all need some help figuring out who's really your friend and who's not. Okay. Some of y'all got some trash friends out there. Love y'all, but you do. And we can't keep trash friends around. We got to elevate. Okay. So here we go. I wanted to talk about what it means to be a good friend, but not just so much what it means to be a good friend, more so who gets to stay, who's making the cut, and who's not, okay? So last video, I talked a lot about, talked all about dating and understanding the guy that you're dating and if that's someone that you should be talking to, and also self-evaluating ourselves, making sure that we are a good person that is coming forth to this relationship ready to date and is contributing to a healthy relationship. If you did not check that out, I encourage you to go do so. I gave you some tips on healthy relationships as well as some warning signs to be aware of. And in today's video, I'm talking about the people that you have in your circle that aren't really for you and how to figure out who they are, okay? I think that a good friend is essential. God did not put us on this earth by ourselves. He made Adam and Eve. Okay. So we weren't supposed to be alone. We're supposed to have friends. We're supposed to do this walk of life with other people. The Bible even talks about I'm trying to make this in terms that make sense in English, current English terms. Basically, don't take advantage and don't neglect the idea of coming together with others. I hit the mic. Don't forget, don't take advantage of that and to basically do that because we need people. So you need friends. You're not supposed to be a loner. God didn't create us to be that way. And I don't want you to be a loner. I want you to have good friends, and keyword, good friends. Okay. So a good friend is, like I said, someone that you truly, truly need in your corner. And this should be someone that you feel like you can talk to about anything. You feel like you can be yourself with them. And that's just a safe place for you. And your family should, for the most part, see that in them as well. I know there are some friends where your parents may not get to see the side that you get to see, and so they may not understand them the way that you do. But for the most part, they should be able to see that as someone like, oh, I would love for my child to be around that person. I see their good qualities. I see what they bring to the table. If they can't see that, or your parent is telling you that's not a good friend for you, most of the time our parents are right. And you probably know that sis ain't for you anyway, so you should probably let her go. Or she's a bad influence on you anyway. And so even though you don't want to hear it, your parents are probably right. So I think that when it comes to identifying friends that are not for you, this list I have is just some things that I've seen. And I really want to emphasize that having the right friends can really, really help you in life. Having the wrong friends, so the inverse is true, can really, really hurt you in life. I have personally seen, not just with the girls that I mentor, but in my own life as a teenager, I have seen how having the wrong friends can put you on a different track and literally ruin your life. That is something that is not talked about enough. So choosing the right people is so important, sis, because it's not just going to impact you while you're in high school. It's going to impact you for the rest of your life. And some of those decisions you make with those people are decisions that are going to impact you for the rest of your life and the rest of theirs. And so you want to make sure that you're not being put in compromising positions, and you're not making decisions about things that you shouldn't. There's some situations you shouldn't even be in. And just because you get around certain people, it causes you to be put in those situations. For example, you may not smoke weed, but if you're always hanging around the people that do, then you're going to be offered that. And at some point, you are going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to decide, am I going to do this or I'm not? And how long am I going to stick with that decision? But if you smoke around, if you hang around people that are not smokers, then you won't even have that question come up because you're not presented with that temptation. So that's just a small example, but there are many and countless examples. I know a girl, I'm gonna leave her name out, but I know a girl in high school who is currently in high school, and she was making poor choices kind of leading up to high school. And some of the friends that she had really weren't good friends. They were like fun to be around. I'm not saying that they were bad people, but they were not good influences for her. And they caused her to make decisions that were compromising. Sometimes she even made decisions because she wanted their approval. And therefore, she was constantly paying consequences for it. She was constantly in trouble. Her grades started to suck. Then she was not able to play in some of her games. And not to mention she was getting her butt whooped, or she was on punishment all the time. Like, I mean, don't y'all get tired of y'all phone being taken from y'all? Like, don't y'all get tired of that? Like, make good choices, friend. I know that you're going to mess up sometimes, but sometimes some of the things that y'all be messing up on, I'm like, for real, like, you knew that you shouldn't have done that. And she turned all of that around, y'all. She is on varsity. She is not missing games because sis is starting. She has a circle of friends that are good for her. And when I asked her what was different, like, I noticed she ain't been on punishment. She got her phone. Life is thriving. Okay, sis is doing well. I asked her, okay, what's different? You know, what happened? And she said, I just started praying for God to reveal to me the people that were for me and the people who weren't. And she said, then God started, like, I would just have like an idea of someone's name, or things would come to my memory or something like that. And God just started showing her things, and then she would know, like, oh, you're right. I know why that person's name is in my mind. I prayed for God to give me people that are for me and to help me separate myself from people that are bad influences. And I know for a fact that this person does X, Y, and Z, or me and this person, you know, we always get in trouble or whatever. And so she just started cutting herself free from some of those people. And she's got a great group of friends now, and she's thriving. And shout out to you if you're watching this video. But I am so serious, y'all. Like, your friends can help you or can really, really hinder you. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's get into this list of warning signs. And these are things that if you see this in your homegirl, I'm going to say this, like, maybe you need to make two lists, okay? Maybe you need a list of, like, these are my good girlfriends, and then these my, I don't know, like, I'm still trying to figure out where sis goes, and these are my absolutely not, okay? And you need to figure out where everybody go in their columns, okay? And maybe you can have like a trial period right now. like maybe for example, like, I don't know where you fit just yet, or I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just peep game for the next couple weeks, right? And that's going to help me figure out where you're supposed to go. Just an idea. These are the warning signs that your good sis should not be portraying. She should not be manipulative or pressuring you into things. Those friends that are pressuring you to do stuff, even especially if it's things that, like, you know are wrong, y'all both know that you shouldn't be doing or are not a good choice. They're pressuring you to do things. That means that they don't care about you, obviously, because they want you to do something that's not good for you. And if they're doing it, then that means they definitely don't care about you because they don't care about themselves. Okay. They take advantage of you and they don't pay back or give you back your stuff. Y'all know them people. It's one thing to say, like, hey, can you spot me today? I don't have lunch money, or, you know, we're going to the mall, we're going to the movies. Can you spot me? Whatever. I'll give it back to you. And then they give it back to you. Or maybe you have an agreement and you say, hey, I'll cover you for, you know, we're going to go out to eat. I got you. That doesn't necessarily mean like they have to pay you back. So you know what times those are. But if it's a friend that's like always needing you to cover them, like every time, they never have nothing on it. They don't even put $2 on it. Like they literally have nothing and they're just expecting you to just put it in their hands. Keep an eye on that, because they may genuinely not have it, but the fact that they don't decide, or the fact that they're not thinking about giving back to you or helping you out, that's a warning sign to be mindful of. If they lack empathy, that means if they are dismissive about your feelings, and or they kind of just blow you off when something's going on with you, that's a red flag. If they are self-centered, I can't think of her name. What's that girl's name? Off of Jenny and Georgia. Dang it. I can't find it. I see her face. The curly hair, her dad was deaf. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't figure it out. I'm going to drop it in this thing. I'm going to put it down at the bottom because I'm going to have to go look it up. But her, so self-centered. Like, oh my goodness. I literally was cringing watching that because I was like, yo, like, she only cares about herself. And she kind of comes to resolve that a little bit, but if you really peep, that's genuinely who she is. And some of y'all got friends like that, and people who really just care about themselves, they cannot even think about you having a problem, or they can't think about or be there for you because they're so consumed in what they have going on. That's not a good friend. If they betray your trust. So if you have a friend that's telling your business, telling secrets, telling stories, or whatever, your information or something like that, that is something that you want to be mindful of, friend, because it could have been something small like you like such and such, but what if it was something bigger? And the fact that they still shared that information definitely is a breach of trust. If they are a bad influence, if they're always engaging in risky behavior, like they never got anything to lose, they're always like, I'm going for it, I'm going to do it, whatever, that's definitely something that you want to be mindful of, because sooner or later, if you haven't already, you're going to be faced with those same temptations, and I bet you they are not going to be trying to help you not make that choice, okay? They're probably going to be rooting you on to do whatever it is that you're not supposed to. That's not a good friend. If they are constantly jealous, or they're criticizing, or they're competitive, girls are real catty and real petty when it comes to this. They are really good at this. And one thing that I decided is I'm not going to be the girl that says I'm not going to compliment another girl and tell her that she looks pretty or that I love her dress or something because I'm jealous of her. Like, what? We can all be great. Like, what? So if you have friends that, you can't outdress them, or you can't, you feel like they're always trying to one up you, or there's always this sense of competition, that's a red flag. And it also exposes some insecurities within that person. It shows that they are also jealous hearted, and that can be kind of dangerous, especially when you start talking about more serious situations. And you can't trust them. If they are always trying to isolate you, and they are trying to keep you from your family or people that you really care about, or they only want you to themselves. Side note, I don't know what it is about girls nowadays saying that you can only have one best friend. Like, what? I don't understand that, because you can definitely have more than one, okay? And I remember I was working with a girl that I was mentoring, and we talked about that. And I was like, no, friend, you don't have to just be her friend. You can have other friends. It's not my fault that you don't like oh girl. That has nothing to do with me. Now, if a girl was like, she did you wrong or something, or there's like big beef there or something, or she betrayed you and then I'm hanging out with her, then that does kind of make me look shady. So it depends on the situation, but a lot of the times it's just the simple fact that I want you to myself. That's possessive, okay? And that's not healthy. That does not make me love you more. That should not make me want to be your friend even more. That actually makes me want to step back and say, ooh, sis, you got something you need to work through. I don't know what it is. It could be, some abandonment issues, some neglect, some daddy issues, some mommy issues. I don't know. But whatever that is in you, you keep that over there. And I'm going to have the friends that I want to have. You can have your friends that you want to have. And if that don't work for you, then maybe we can't be friends. Sorry. And if they are liars or unreliable, y'all, do I even have to explain? If they're a liar, you can't trust them. Point blank. If they lie about a lot of stuff outside of y'all's friendship, I'm pretty sure they're lying about something in it. Sorry. And if they're unreliable, that means they, you know, they tell you they're going to do something and then they don't, and they don't come through or whatever. But that happens all the time, and you can't even make plans because you're like, I feel like such and such is probably going to flake on me because that's what they normally do, or there's always some kind of excuse, you know, something like that. Keep an eye on that. You might need to move that friend over to the you're not really my friend, but I just know you kind of column. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that you are able to hopefully find some people that fit in the column of, yes, this is my good girlfriend, and you stick close to them, y'all. There's a saying that says, show me who your friends are and I'll show you who you are. And I used to hate when my mom said that to me because I was like, I am not them. Like, just because she did that, that doesn't mean that I am. But it does mean that whatever they're doing, there must be some kind of trace of that in me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be hanging with them. And if it's not, I keep hitting this mic. I keep getting excited. And if it's not, then I need to remove myself because you're still not a reflection of me. So if I go look at your group of friends, if I go and meet them, I should be able to say, you know what? I see why you're friends with them. Or, you know what? I really see some resemblance with y'all. Not the way y'all look physically, but in your mannerism, in your behavior, in how you're kind, or in how you support people, or maybe the way y'all just be hype all the time. I don't know. Whatever it is, the way y'all dance, whatever. I should see some similarities, especially internally, those characteristics about them. If I cannot see you and your friends, then I'm questioning, why are y'all friends? Because what do y'all have in common? And your friends should be bringing you up. Like, your friends should not be tearing you down. They should not be stressful. They should not be draining, right? That's not a friendship. So if that's what you're also seeing, then I would reevaluate that as well. So I hope this video helped you in some kind of way. And if you have any other warning signs, drop them in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you. If you are now reevaluating and looking in your mind about who is in what column they go in and all of that. And if you're not already, please subscribe below by hitting the subscribe button underneath this video. And you can follow me along on Instagram at Jazmine Nicole, Jazmine, Nicole with no I. And I will see you next video, friend. Remember that you are beautiful, you are chosen, you are unique because God made you that way. See you next video.